Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is enjoying the weekend, just kind of relaxing a little bit, right? So hey, I know this, and I'm known, of course, as the Bourbon Judge, but I said to myself, let's change up just a little bit, right? Let's do some Tennessee whiskey, right? And I'm not singing the song. I'm not going to sing the song, right? I do like Chris Stapleton, but I'm not singing that song. But anyway, let's go ahead and do some Tennessee whiskey. So I'll be honest with you, when I thought about this one, I kept saying to myself, wow, am I really going to do Jack Daniels? I mean, right? I mean, honestly, when you think of Jack Daniels, you think about Jack and Coke, Old Number 7, Gentleman's Jack. I mean, you just think of Jack Daniels, you mix it with Coca-Cola, whatever you put into your Jack and X, and it's just a mixed drink, right? But I actually heard a lot of good things about this one. So this is the Jack Daniels single barrel program, right? So again, you got the Old Number 7, you have the Gentleman's Jack, the Sinatra collection, they have like the honey version, they have all those other little versions, but this is their single barrel program, right? They have a single barrel in this cool little shaped bottle. They have a single barrel rye, a single barrel, I think it's like 100 proof bourbon, or I'm sorry, whiskey. And then they also have this single barrel proof, right? And I actually heard a lot of good things about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm a bourbon guy, but I do like some good Tennessee whiskey once in a while. Let me go ahead and check this out, right? So here we are. All right, so let's do a quick overview of Jack Daniels. Let's do Jack Daniels now and where Jack Daniels got to start. You with me? All right, let's go with Jack Daniels now, right? So Brown and Forman owned. Everyone knows Brown and Forman. They own Woodford Reserve, Old Forester. So a Brown and Forman product or sub-brand. Obviously Tennessee, of course, Lynchburg, Tennessee. And everyone knows everything about just Jack Daniels nowadays, right? But let's go historically. So Jack Daniels got started back in late 1800s. There was a farmer by the name of Dan Call. He was also a preacher as well. In the back of his farm, he had a small little distillery, and a young man came to live with him by the name of Jack Daniels. So Jack Daniels came to live with him, and on the actual distillery itself, the master distiller was the gentleman by the name of Nearest Green, right? Nearest Green. Cool story with Nearest Green being at that point in time, he wasn't an enslaved man, but he was also the master distiller for Dan Call, right? Like any other farmer, in this case, a preacher as well at the same time, in the late 1800s, his family, friends said, hey, you either need to be a preacher man or you need to be a whiskey man. So he sold the business to Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels at that point took over the business, actually truly named it Jack Daniels, and also, as the story goes, kept Nearest Green on as his master distiller. So that's a really cool story. Shout out to Nearest Green and the whole Uncle Nearest kind of sub-story part of that as the first African-American. And at that point, he was actually a free man when he became master distiller for Jack Daniels. So that was a really cool story. All right, let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. So Jack Daniels today, right? And they've been around all throughout the years. Obviously, like anything else, ownership changes here and there. So this one, let's talk about it from a price standpoint. MSRP, about $65, right? About 65 bucks. There's no age statement, but from what I've read online, it ranges anywhere, and you can even tell them the quality as well, anywhere from like 5 to 7, maybe even up to 8 years. Again, it is a single barrel, so like any other single barrel, right? Single barrel, barrel proof, like any other one, like most cases, is either gonna be really good, it could be so-so, or bad. I'm hoping, for my sake and your sake, that it's really, really good. So again, this one is 65 bucks. This, for my barrel that I picked up, my bottle, I should say, comes in at 135.5 proof. So I got some straight fire here, right? Straight fire. 135.5. Again, you're gonna find this in most stores. It's, you may go to a couple stores, but after 2 or 3 liquor stores, like if you go to like a good liquor store that has like a good quantity of bourbon and whiskey, you'll be able to find it, right, for the most part. All right, let's go ahead and get into this color. So this is super dark. I do like the fact that it is super dark, right? It has a nice, lovely dark brown. I mean, very elegant brown, right? Super dark. Very nice. I'm getting to the nose. So couple of things kind of stand out to me. This is a from a mash bill standpoint, a high corn mash bill. I think it's like 80%, and the other 20 is a mix of like malted barley and I believe rye. This one has, ooh gosh, a ton, and I mean a ton of three things mixed. I get bananas. I get like the smokiness because it does go through that whole charcoal filtration process, right? The whole charcoal process. I get a ton of smoky, like burnt wood, tons of bananas, tons of maple syrup, and a little bit of cinnamon all together in the nose. It's funny, you smell that maple syrup, it's just like, it's kind of like just sticking up out of the glass, like probably saying, go ahead and sip me, you smell so good. But it does smell really, really good, no lie. That's really good. All right, well, $65 barrel proof. I'm hoping for my sake and yours, this is good. As we say, salute, cheers. Appreciate, again, everyone out there watching the channel. If you haven't done thus far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate everyone out there. Thank you guys for always watching the videos. Love all the commentary and so forth. Cheers. Okay. Ooh. That is a nice long finish. Damn. Oh, wow, that's long. Ooh, that one put some hair on your chest right there, boy. Goodness gracious. All right. Before I give you a judgment, let me get one last little sip. You guys know me, I don't leave bourbon, or in this case, whiskey in a glass. Nice little legs on that too. That is nice. Okay. All right, Jack. Let's see how you go, my friend. Whew. All right. Folks, the judgment is in. And I'm gonna give you everything about the palate and everything. Don't worry, I'm not gonna miss that. You know, let me give that to you now. Everything transfers from the nose to the palate. That bananas, that maple syrup, the smokiness, like from like the almost like that charred wood, right? That charcoal, right? Everything transfers from the nose to the palate, right? Some of the cinnamon there as well. That is definitely a buy all damn day long. That's really good. I'm not gonna lie. I was a sleeper on Jack Daniels single barrel proof. It is out there. This is some really good juice, folks. I'm telling you, all day long. This to me would be right up there with like my Stag Juniors and some of the other, let's call them barrel proof bourbons, right? It's a whiskey, so it tastes a little slightly different, a little bit more smokier, right? Not the exact same, but it's definitely up there from a quality standpoint. At $65, this is definitely worth the buy. I would not buy more, I wouldn't pay more for this. I would definitely pay just $65. I think it's a very fair priced bourbon or whiskey, but this is excellent quality, excellent. Well, as I always say, cheers, peace, appreciate you. Happy holidays, stay safe. God bless. Later. That is good. I'm getting a little bit more. All right, you gotta go. Peace out.